y reparando su rota celada lo mejor que pudo, avisó a su escudero Sancho del día y la hora en que pensaba ponerse en camino, para que él se proveyera de lo que viese que le era más necesario. Sobre todo le encargó que llevase alforjas. Él dijo que sí las llevaría, y que también pensaba llevar un asno que tenía muy bueno, porque él no estaba hecho a andar mucho a pie. A lo del asno puso algún reparo Don Quijote, tratando de recordar si algún caballero andante había traído escudero montado asnalmente, y no le vino ninguno a la memoria, pero con todo y con esto, decidió que lo llevase con intención de proporcionarle más honrada caballería en cuanto hubiese ocasión para ello, quitándole el caballo al primer descortés caballero que se topase. Se proveyó de camisas y de las demás cosas que él pudo, conforme al consejo que el ventero le había dado. Hecho y cumplido todo esto, sin despedirse Panza de sus hijos y mujer, ni Don Quijote de su ama y sobrina, una noche se salieron del pueblo sin que nadie los viese, y caminaron tanto que al amanecer estaban seguros de que no los hallarían aunque los buscasen.
Don Quixote is at an inn. There's several characters that have gathered here, and they've just sat down for dinner, and he begins to speak. He thinks this inn is a castle. Truly, senores, if one considers it carefully, great and wonderful are the things seen by those who profess the order of knight-errantry. For who in this world, coming through the door of this castle and seeing us as we appear now, would judge and believe that we are who we are? Who would say that this lady at my side is the great queen we all know she is, and that I am the knight of the sorrowful face, whose name is on the lips of fame? There can be no doubt that this art and profession exceeds all others invented by men, for the more dangerous something is, the more it should be esteemed. Away with those who say that letters are superior to arms, for I shall tell them, whoever they may be, that they do not know what they are saying. The reason usually given by these people, and the one on which they rely, is that the works of the spirit are greater than those of the body, and that arms are professed by the body alone, as if this profession were the work of laborers, for which one needs nothing more than strength, or as if in the profession we call arms, those of us who practice it do not perform acts of fortitude that demand great intelligence to succeed, or as if the courage of the warrior who leads an army or defends a city under siege does not make use of his spirit as well as his body. If you do not agree, consider that knowing the enemy's intentions, surmising his plans and stratagems, foreseeing difficulties, preventing harm, all of these are actions of mind in which the body plays no part at all. If it is true that arms require spirit, as do letters, let us now see which of the two spirits, that of the lettered man or of the warrior, is more active. This can be known by the purpose and aims of each, for an intention must be more highly esteemed if it has as its object a nobler end. The purpose and aim of letters, and I do not speak now of divine letters, whose purpose is to bring and guide souls to heaven, so eternal an end cannot be equaled by any other. I am speaking of human letters, whose purpose is to maintain distributive justice, and give each man what is his, and make certain that good laws are obeyed. A purpose, certainly, that is generous and high and worthy of great praise, but not so meritorious as arms, whose purpose and objective is peace, which is the greatest good that men can desire in this life. This peace is the true purpose of war, and saying arms is the same as saying war. Accepting it is true that the purpose of war is peace, which is greater than the purpose of letters, let us turn now to the physical hardships of the lettered man, and those of the man who professes arms, and see which are greater. This is now some narration. In this manner, and with these rational arguments, Don Quixote continued his discourse, and no one listening to him at that moment could think of him as a madman. Rather, since most were gentlemen engaged in the practice of arms, they were very pleased to listen, and he went on, saying, I say then that the hardships of the student are these. This is the part that the hardships of the students are these. Principally, poverty, not because they all are poor, but to make this case as extreme as possible. And having said that he suffers poverty, it seems to me that there is nothing more to say about his bad luck, because the man who is poor has nothing that is good. This poverty is suffered in its various forms, in hunger, cold, and nakedness, and sometimes all of them together. Even so, his poverty is not so great that he does not eat, although the meal may be a little later than usual, or maybe the leftovers of the rich. And his greatest misery is what students call among themselves going for soup. And they do not lack someone else's brazier or hearth, and if it does not warm them, at least it lessens the cold, and at night they sleep under a blanket. I do not wish to discuss other trivial matters, such as a lack of shirts and a shortage of shoes, and clothing that is scant and threadbare, or the relish with which they gorge themselves when fortune offers them a feast. Along this
Yo soy Quijote, ¿y usted?